Welcome to WTM and to the Slovenia stand. I'm Holly Rubenstein. I'm the host of the UK's #1 travel podcast, The Travel Diaries, and I'm thrilled to be here today. We're going to go on a journey to the breathtaking Julian Alps Transboundary Biosphere Reserve in, of course, Slovenia. So I wanted to start off by painting a little picture for you of the Julian Alps. Maybe picture a blend of emerald forests, sweeping valleys, and jagged, snow-dusted peaks that reach into the sky. Crystal clear rivers wind their way through quaint, friendly villages where the traditions of centuries past still echo. You might see beautiful, delicate alpine flowers, spot an ibex scaling a craggy cliff. The air's crisp. The scent of pine and wild herbs might fill the air. It's a really magnificent place to add to your travel wish list. And I'm joined today by some esteemed guests here with me. Klemen Langus, head of Bohinj Tourism, Tit Potočnik from Triglav National Park, and Benedetta Trinko from Venezia, Italia. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. So let's start on a personal note, Klemen. What do the Julian Alps mean to you?
Well, this is a question for $1 million, at least. Julian Alps is, first of all, it's my home. The second one is my living room. I was born there. I work there. I actually manage the area because this is the very important tourism region in Slovenia. 1/3 of all tourism happens in the Julian Alps. The Julian Alps is covered by the Triglav National Park. And I do hope I will live there until the end of my life. Can you imagine the living room which I helped to arrange according to my wishes, of course, full of beautiful mountains. There is the highest Slovenian mountain called Triglav, which gave also the name to the Triglav National Park. At least two beautiful lakes. One is a very famous Bled Lake with the island and the castle. Yeah. And a second one, just a drop away, is Bohinj Lake, which is the largest permanent lake in Slovenia and lies totally within the Triglav National Park. But then there is also this 7-lake valley up to Triglav, which was the first region to be protected back in 1924. So we are actually having this 100th anniversary of the first protected area, which is today called the Triglav National Park. And when I say living room, yes, it's because I feel comfortable in this living room. And for me, it's very important that I have opportunity to influence the development of this beautiful region. And this is, I can do this according to my wishes. So I feel very comfortable. And then, of course, I need to invite my friends, my colleagues to my destination to show them all these beautiful landscape, local people, traditions that are part of the history of the area. So yes, at the end, the Julian Alps is my living room.
Wow. What a special living room to have, and for it to be so perfectly preserved, as you say. Now, on my podcast, I always ask my guests about a hidden gem. So that's a place that they love that my listeners might not know so much about. So within this region, which really is already somewhat of a hidden gem, is there a spot, having lived there your whole life, that you feel happy to reveal to us that we could add to our wish list when we come and visit?
Well, the answer is no. But nevertheless, my spot where I really like to go is a viewpoint. From this viewpoint, actually there are two of them. From one, I can see the beautiful Bled Lake with surrounding mountains, and from the other, I see the Bohinj Valley towards the Soča Valley. So these are two spots. They are very near to my home, so I can enjoy visiting them actually every day. You know, I go with my dog just for the fresh air, and just a little bit to that my head, my brains goes a little bit off of daily duties that I have. So these are two spots I would share with you, but there are some spots I wouldn't share with you.
I completely understand. And Tit, welcome. It's lovely to chat to you here today. Let's chat about the Transboundary Biosphere Reserve. Can you explain to us just a little bit about the concept behind it and its importance?
So, related to the transboundary cooperation, the fact is that this didn't happen from yesterday to today. It happened because we and Italians are friends, and we are getting closer and closer with this friendship. The thing was that on the west side of the park, of our national park, there is a border with Italy.
Yeah.
And on the other side of the border, there's a natural park established by the Italians. And it was an idea that we start to cooperate. First, it was that Triglav National Park became a Transboundary Biosphere Reserve, the first and the biggest one in Slovenia in 2003. And related to the decision for the cooperation with the Italians, we said, let's be together in some kind of cooperation, not only to be a sister park, but also to be together as an eco-region.
Yeah.
So in eco-region, it means that we don't talk only about nature preservation, but we also talk about agriculture, culture, local products.
Yeah.
And that was not the end. So we decided then, eco-region is not enough. We decided that because more and more tourists were coming into the area, and because the management boards of the both parks were dealing with nature preservation, we said we have to cooperate also with the local tourist organizations. And that's why, related to the organization Europark, which is the largest organization of protected areas in Europe, we have decided to join the European Charter for Sustainable Tourism in the protected areas. And still that was not enough. We convinced the Parco Naturali Prealpe Giulia, so the park on the Italian side, also to become a biosphere reserve. And they agreed. So in 2019, they have become a transboundary park. What does that mean? That's a UNESCO program, Man and Biosphere, searching a balance between man and nature. We had a kickoff meeting in 2022. And related to that, so the most important thing is that in Triglav National Park, we have over-tourism. On the Italian side, we have under-tourism. So related to the touristic products and visitor management, so we can do a lot with cooperating. It means that we send the tourists to Italy. It means that we don't have the hotspots. The area is not so affected by the tourists. And also we influence or have an effect to the quality of life of local inhabitants. But on the other side, not only nature protection or visitor management, also knowing the culture from the both sides of the border, also knowing the agriculture and the local products. And nevertheless, the thing is also that there are two countries, but people from both sides of countries speak the same language, or people on the west side of Slovenia speak Italian, and also, like we will see later, or I can say that they speak also Slovenian, and also there lives a Slovenian minority. So also that is important. Brilliant. And about the transboundary, just to finish, that this year on the 5th of July in Agadir, Morocco, we were declared as a Transboundary Biosphere Reserve. So together with our friends in Italy. And the thing is that on the whole world, there is more than 700 biosphere reserves, but only 22 of them are a Transboundary Biosphere Reserve.
Right. Congratulations. That's a huge achievement. And I'd like to bring in Benedetta here because, of course, as you say, it's a Transboundary Biosphere. How has it been from your side and what has it meant to you?
from our side, let's say the Italian side, we're also very enthusiastic about this transboundary area because it's not just a mere cooperation between two parks, the Italian and the Slovenian parks, but it's actually like it means cooperation among people living there, among destinations that are inside the area and also around the area. We actually already started cooperating with, like, we as Venecia, Destination Venecia, which is one of the destinations on the Italian side. We've started to cooperate actively with, for example, Dolina Soče, the Soča Valley in Slovenia. So this is actually an opportunity to know each other, to help each other out, to understand how to, let's say, take tourists from one side to the other, make sure everybody, every single tourist that comes to, let's say, this whole area knows about both sides. It's also a great opportunity to actually see this language and cultural, I would not say mixture, but kind of like a transitory, like, yeah, exactly, like a blend. So you start from the Italian side, let's say, yeah, and then you start having already Slovenian influence because there's the Slovenian minority there, and then you go to Slovenia and you're actually already in a borderless area and you can experience all that shift, let's say. So yeah, that's it, I would say.
And of course, you've all mentioned the kind of the environmental implications of this. Could you possibly bring to life the wildlife that visitors to the region could potentially experience in this region?
There is 1,600 different species of wildflowers, for example, in the area. There are 84 different species of wild orchids. As I understood, as I know, there are only 4 in the UK. So it's not a wonder that in the region we are organizing a wildflower festival every year. That is there where also we organize different bird watching tours. So this is a 14-day festival which is actually dedicated to nature and to the people. It's for the nature and for the people. I experienced the wild flowers, the wilderness actually of the area, which is quite also crowded by tourism, but a little bit different, to present people something that we cherish, that's very important for us. So different botanical guided tours, workshops, exhibitions, etc. is organized within these wildflowers. And then of course the wild animals in the area. We have different kind of deers, red deer, etc. Nowadays also bears, of course, and a wolf. And this is always brings a lot of questions in the area. How you manage the tourism in the area, where you find the right balance between the wilderness and the wildlife, and of course also development and the needs of the people. And that's why what Tit was talking about, this finding the right balance is part of our activities as a biosphere region.
Brilliant. Wow, what an opportunity to see such unusual wildlife. And Klemen, you're organising the Julian Alps Sensory Adventure 2 for May 2025. Can you share with us a little bit about what the participants can expect from this very special event?
We as tourism workers, we usually have to organize different study tours to the area, and it's very general. You come to the area, you have these different guided tours or visiting some hotspots in the area to present to the agent or to journalists everything what you have to offer. Now, this is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be through this. We will learn about the area through our senses. So we will not hurry through the area. We will stop. We will listen to what the nature and the area can offer you. You know, we will listen to the sounds of waterfalls. We will sit down. We will talk to each other in the daily basis. We will learn the area through the gastronomy and through the storytelling, through the legends in the area. And we will know the area from one hub, so to say, from Kranjska Gora. We will start in Kranjska Gora, but then we will also discover all the other parts of this beautiful protected area of the Julian Alps. We will also look to our neighbors, to the Italians. So at the end, this will be a borderless experience, and I think this is all about tourism. Tourism should be a borderless industry, so there is no border between us. And also, this is the story behind our transboundary cooperation with the colleagues from Italy. Yeah, so yeah, I'm invited. I cannot discover all the things, of course.
I can agree more about the borderless element, and I understand.
Maybe just a few words, Holly, from my side related to this transboundary cooperation. So we know all that the history in this area is very rich, not a positive but negative, but very rich related to the First World War. That's why also I'm very glad that on the Centurion of the National Park we were declared as a Transboundary Biosphere Reserve. So that is, I can say, great success. But also, definitely, like I was saying, I have to say hello to all friends in Italy from Parco Naturale Prealpi Giulia, and of course from the region. So to Stefano Santi and his team in Aresia. And the second thing I have to mention is the people who love nature, love peace. That's why also that is very, very important for these days. And related to that, also support from the authorities on the Italian side, from the region, and also from the Slovenian side. So the Slovenian country is very important, and that's why I have to mention and I have to say hello. We have two ambassadors of the Transboundary Biosphere Reserve. One is Andrea Beltrame on the Italian side, and one is the member of the Slovenian National Assembly, Magister Alma Intihar. She's an ambassador on the Slovenian side. So definitely here everything is connected: the park, the tourism, the people, the region, and the country. And maybe just to conclude that related to all communication and all cooperation, it is also to cooperate related to European projects, because we are two countries, so we can cooperate. And it is like a forecasted that one of the projects will be related to UNESCO. So it will mean that we will deal with the adaptation to climate change. We have seen in Spain what has happened, so this is very important. And related to UNESCO and climatologists, one from the Slovenian side and one from the Italian side, with the universities and UNESCO, that is very important. And one is also what I have mentioned with the Europark organization and the European Charter for Sustainable Tourism, to have a project how to manage the tourists in the area. So related to that, like I'm always saying, three main points, which are the quality of living of people, the experience of visitors which come into the area, and of course nature preservation. This is from my side, so thank you, Holly.
Pleasure. And just going back then to the Julian Alps Sensory Adventure, we've got some exciting news, which, as I understand, a lucky journalist is going to be invited on this immersive experience, somebody who has perhaps been attending today. So as we kind of wrap up today, do you want to just share a little bit about what they might look forward to if they're the lucky journalist selected to visit?
Well, first of all the program that will be organized, of course, I mentioned. And I think this is going to be really some extraordinary. It's going to be organized especially for this group of people and the lucky winner today. And I just would like to say this will really be an experience to be part of it.
Yeah. Well, good luck, everyone. I look forward to seeing who's the lucky winner, and thank you so much for joining us here on the Slovenia stand. And to all three of you, thank you for joining us. Have a great afternoon.